Hey everybody, thanks for joining me again. My name is Trygve. This is our bi-monthly busy webinar. It is a beautiful Wednesday noon hour here in the Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul. Today we're going to be talking about how to appreciate your business and your customers. We're going to learn a couple of things that you can do just to make everybody feel great and get everybody starting to work with you a little bit better to get involved and continue to buy from you. So a couple of logistical things before we get started. I am using Dave's new standing desk today, which is very exciting. So I'm going to be standing throughout the presentation, so I might stop and take a bit of water. But if you would like to ask me questions and you are listening to this in real time, if you check out the live page on YouTube, you can see that there is a question function that you can feel free and ask me a question in real time. I will do my best to answer it and get you an answer as soon as possible. So if you are not, then you can feel free and reach out to us after the fact, but it's a nice little added bonus for those of you who are participating in real time. So once again, my name is Trygve, and I am the Director of Buzz Development here at BusyWeb. Here is my contact information, along with a very bad picture of me. Hopefully I'm a lot more attractive than that. If you would like to get a hold of me, you would like to call, if you'd like to have this deck after the fact, I'd be more than willing to share with you. Or if you'd just like to check us out, again, I'd be more than happy to help any way I can. So if you are unfamiliar with BusyWeb, we are a full-service growth marketing agency based in Minneapolis and St. Paul in the Twin Cities. Primarily, our focuses are on digital marketing and lead generation and new customer acquisition. We also do inbound marketing and web design as well as part of our bag of tricks. So if you're interested in hearing more about that, I'd encourage you to check out our website and see what we can do to be of service. So, all right, so let's get started. So one of the sayings that everybody says a lot of is that you don't know where you're going until you know where you've been. And the truth of the matter is that actually is pretty true. So we often get consumed with managing our day-to-day customer needs, but we're also trying to hit our goals, and we're also trying to influence our bottom line. We're also even just trying to focus on what's best for our business. So we're all wearing multiple hats, and it can be really easy to forget or make room for really good, simple, positive interactions that will make a significant amount of impact. And that's recognizing what makes our business and our customers unique and special. So maybe you're evaluating your business quarterly or even annually, but you show appreciation, but showing appreciation to your customers is really important on a consistent basis. So it's really what makes our customers feel valued and recognized, and doing so makes them continue to be customers. So in fact, 84% of all consumers cite family, friends, and colleagues as the most reliable source for trustworthiness. Why is this important? Well, when was the last time you sat down on your couch at 10 o'clock at night with an iPad and a glass of wine, and you fired up Facebook and somebody asked a very simple and benign question, which is, does anybody know a really good plumber? And you say, of course, I know a really good plumber. So being able to leverage those opportunities is absolutely critical, but only if you've got a really great customer experience. So customers are really receptive to good messages, but it actually influences their decision-making and purchasing as well. 20 to 50% of purchasing decisions are still made via word of mouth. Now, there are some ways to influence that using social media, but by and large, again, people are going to buy from who they trust and who they know. And then lastly, word of mouth amplifies paid media searches up to 15%. So there's a lot to be had here just by going back to the basics and working on some great concepts to try and re-engage with those people that you're doing business with. So before I get into ways that you can appreciate and thank your customers, I want to first talk about taking time to appreciate your business and the things that you've done. So recognizing the goals that you've achieved yourself is really an important process for you to move forward and make loftier goals and challenge yourselves to bigger heights. So oftentimes we really don't take time to evaluate ourselves and recognizing the things that we've achieved as business owners. So if you've achieved a goal, make sure you give yourself a gold star and ask yourself, what were your goals? And was it to increase revenue? Was it to build more awareness around your business? Was it to grow more followers? So whatever it is, once you've identified those goals, it's essential that you determine how regularly you're going to evaluate yourself based off those goals. And it's really key to staying accountable. And it's also to keep you having an eye on the prize and knowing that you are doing something positive as well. So the next step is to measure and evaluate whether you actually achieve those goals. So remember, if you don't hit all of your goals, but you're still doing better than you were from the last time you evaluated yourself, that is a win. As long as you're not going backwards, growth is still a win. Growing your business takes time. And although we need to hustle a lot and keep ourselves accountable, you have to also be forgiving of the things you didn't do as well. But make sure that you take a win where you can, just even for your own mental health. So number 3, modify and adjust your goals accordingly. So maybe you're realizing at some point that some of the goals you set out to achieve were a little too lofty or a bit unrealistic. Goals aren't always meant to be hit. Sometimes we make them to learn lessons about ourselves and our business, but it's not a failure to adjust and modify your goals based off what's realistic for your business. I'd really like to triple DizzyWeb's business by the end of the month, but as I record this, it's the 15th of the month, and that's a lofty goal. Could I get close to that? Well, probably not, but there are things that I can do that are a little bit more realistic. So I'd encourage you to always challenge yourself, but set goals that you actually know that you can achieve. So growth isn't a failure, even if you didn't reach what you were setting out to initially do. So really, again, if I could summarize here, most important thing that you can do is to take the time to pat yourself on the back. So once you've evaluated your business, now you can really take a step back and appreciate, your hard work. It can feel really uncomfortable at times to give yourselves a pat on the back, but because sometimes you might feel like you're bragging or you're showing off, but keep yourself from feeling like this, or don't even keep yourself in it. So dwell in it for a moment. When you take even just a moment to slow down and revel in our success, it can do a couple of things for you. Number 1, it can help you recharge your batteries. If you run yourself down so far that you don't even have the energy for the most important things, like family, kids, and community, in the moment where you're most stressed, take an hour to yourself, just breathe. Know that you and your business are worth it and that you can really do this. Second, actually invest in yourself. The great fun part about hitting goals is also rewarding yourself to do so. So is there a new piece of software that you've been looking for and looking at to really make your life easier? Have you been thinking about hiring another employee or a consultant to help you with bandwidth? Or maybe a milestone party you've been looking forward to treat your employees to? Now's the time to celebrate once you achieve that goal. Because when you invest in yourself and your employees, you actually are reinvesting in your business. But when all else fails, start fresh. There's nothing that says you can't regroup and start with a clean slate. That can give you just enough of a buffer window to breathe and begin with a clean slate, in which the end fosters the healthy relationship that we need to work with our customers. So now that we've opened the door to evaluate, adjust, and appreciate our business, now it gives us the opportunity to do the same for our customers. So there are many ways to show appreciation, but here are some basics that we've found to be the most influential and popular and most fun. And some of these are going to be based on clients and friends of the show that we work with as well. So this is my friend Shannon. She is the director of relocation at a company called Fazenden Realtors that's based in Minnesota. So when her job is that if a company is moving to Minnesota and they need to have somebody find a home, Shannon is the person they talk to. Shannon is the person who's the expert on schools, on places to live, on extracurricular activities, anything that goes into making a home purchasing decision. Shannon's going to be the one who helps you do that within just a weekend of time. And so in doing so, she is on a constant treadmill, moving as fast as you possibly can, because when people come to visit, she's only got a couple of days to show them and find them the right house. But one of the things that she does that really is effective, that I've actually stolen from her and started doing in my own life, is writing handwritten notes. Anytime she has a relationship with somebody that she leverages for one of her customers and for the positive, she will actually take the time after the customer leaves town and write them a thank you note and a handwritten thank you note. It comes in the mail, so that way when the mail comes, you don't think, oh, it's just bills. You actually get something really nice and fresh and open it, and you feel really good. It does take more time to do, but your mother was right. There is a reason you had to sit down and write a handwritten note for birthdays and graduations and stuff. It really shows your personality. It shows a connection, and it really shows a great mood that helps you make a personal connection. So if you don't have the time, or your handwriting really looks bad like I do, you can actually hire somebody to do so. There are services online where you can send them handwriting samples, and then you literally type in what the note is that you want to be, and it gets printed and sent for you. So it's a really cool service. It's not exactly the cheapest thing in the world, but it saves you, especially if you have ugly handwriting like I do. So second, if you can also give donations in honor or the name of your clients. This is especially helpful if somebody has a loved one that passed away, that you want to honor them, but without asking all of those really invasive questions that really hurt people and having to answer them over and over and over again. So one of the people that we like is a woman named Andrea, who has a competing firm for us, and she every year she makes a donation to a cause that's important to her around the holidays. She used to package them up in different items like a snowflake or mints or something like that, but with all the hurricanes and all the natural disasters in the world, she just really created a custom card and sent out a donation in her customer's name. So the cool thing about that, it provides, it makes them feel like they're part of their community without actually doing anything, and realizing that working with you enriches the soul as well as the pocketbook. So there's a great benefit to doing that, and it allows them to participate without actually having to do any work, which most people really, really enjoy. Number 3, spontaneous surprises. This is one thing that I've done when I came to BusyWeb a long, long time ago, is I started with every meeting that I have. If you have a meeting with me in person, more than likely, if I'm not out, I will give you a little bit of honey. So at BusyWeb, we're really big into furthering our brand any way we can. So we've got bit of honeys everywhere here at the office. And the reason we do that is because we want to give people something to remember us by. Not just a business card, but an actual piece of candy that sits in their pocket that actually maintains the brand as well. So where can you do something like that for you? I like Etsy a lot because you can get really fun things that are made by local artists or handmade people, handmade artists that you can get around the world. Or you can get, you can have an after hours or an invite only event where you can give a certain customer base a party, or just want to host a networking mixer or something like that. Gives them the opportunity to kick back and relax and enjoy who you are as a person, not just as a trusted professional. So in addition to that, there's also coffee, which I'm a big, big fan of. Is anytime I can, I want to buy somebody a cup of coffee. Who doesn't love a good cup of joe? So if you're around here in the Minneapolis area, more than likely, because I have a 4-year-old at home who is just nothing but balls of energy, I'm wanting a lot of coffee first thing in the morning and going from there. So maybe you can do that for your existing customers. Just bring them a cup of coffee, bring them and just stop by and give it to them. But don't try and sell them anything. Just give it to them and walk out. It's a great opportunity to show them that you care. If you're not really, don't really have the time to do something like that, maybe just sending them a little Starbucks gift card, and you can do that electronically as well. So personalized message has a great impact just as much as a personalized email. So customers really feel appreciated when you know you've taken the time out of your day to speak to acknowledge them directly. So you can create a special video that thanks your customers, features the work you've done and the goals that you've achieved. But even more importantly, it allows you to give your clients a pat on the back and to say, hey, we did this together. So when you do that, emphasize the goals they've achieved, and they see you do this all within a matter of seconds. So personalized messages are great. We use a video program that's called Soapbox to do something like this, and then can communicate and distribute these within your email marketing, because then you want to be able to send that personalized message, but make sure that they've got it and have taken it to heart. So next, last but not least, customer shout outs are fantastic. So here are a couple examples that we've done over the years. We have a client here in Minneapolis that has a virtual office centers that is a co-working space. They just opened their 6th location, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th location. It's an absolutely fantastic program. If you're interested, I'd be more than happy to share their contact information for you. They had a launch party last week, and so we took a picture of the party show, and this was sort of mid-party, so a lot of people were coming and going, but it's just a beautiful office. We were able to shout out to them to say, hey, good job and congratulations. It doesn't make us any money. It's not going to help us sell anything more to them, but it does show the people at office centers that we're still here and that we still care and that we're still invested in their interest. Similarly, there's a much better picture of me, I think, is before I gave a speech last fall, I took a picture of myself right before I went on. Another great organization called Life Financial Partners. So it was just a way to show that, hey, that we're out here and to communicate that customer as well and let them know that they are great. It really makes customers, when you do this, feel rewarded, which encourages them to continue what they're doing, and it even motivates them to try something new. So it's just really a fantastic thing that I encourage you to do as much as possible. So here's a couple of things that I wanted to share in addition to, as my way of saying thank you for participating today and enjoying the conversation is, number one, we have a number of resources that are available to you. If you want to do more events like these, this is going to be a pretty short one today, but still, hopefully it was give you an hour back of your time. Go to busyweb.com/events. You'll be able to see all of the different webinars that we're doing in all the different places around Minneapolis that we're going to be. If you are interested in seeing how well your website is currently functioning, this is a great tool. It takes about 1.5 minutes to do. Go to busyweb.com/buzz, and we'll give you about a 12-page report that'll tell you exactly what you're doing well and some of the things that you need to work on. I'd encourage you to do that. It's my way of saying thank you for participating today. So if you'd like to keep in touch with us here at BusyWeb, totally get it. Love to hear from you. The easiest way to do that is to text BUZY, B-I-Z-Z-Y, to 22828, and you'll join our mailing list. And then you'll start to get a lot of good notifications from us. So once again, thanks. Here is my contact information. If you'd like to get a hold of me, you can reach me at trigby@busyweb.com, or you can call me at 651-252-4052. But again, thanks so much for participating. If there's anything we can do to be of service, let us know, but we appreciate you. We'll see you next time.